want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all the founder members of ODM. You've given us something that we take pride in, and we are hoping and praying that in 20 years' time, maybe I will be standing the way the governor for Kisumu has stood here to tell stories about the journey of ODM for the next 20 years. Secondly, Your Excellency, yesterday, there is a founder member who Baba himself invited. He was not able to be with us. He's in the US. Your Excellency, you know why. The Honorable 4th President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. He has sent me his message here. I'm not going to say anything other than read his message. With your kind permission, Your Excellency, because he's a founder member and he was not able to join us today. I'll be very quick. This is a message from the former President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, during the ODM 20th anniversary celebrations in Mombasa. To the ODM family, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by thanking the leadership of the Orange Democratic Movement for inviting me to join you this evening as you mark your 20th anniversary. I had hoped to join you in person, but due to engagements booked earlier, I could not make it. In fact, that was an issue we were to discuss with my brother when he got back. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Even then, I celebrate with you, my brothers and sisters. I vividly remember the numerous meetings and engagements that gave life to the Orange Democratic Movement. Indeed, it was a movement born not out of political convenience, but out of conviction. A broad coalition then of political leaders who rallied the No campaign against the 2005 Kenyan Constitution. Tulikuwa tunaitwa Pentagon. It was a movement whose ideals began to shape Kenya's democratic journey. A journey that began 20 years ago when we joined hands with my brother, the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, when he was the Liberal Democratic Party leader. I was the leader of the opposition in Kano. His Excellency William Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Najib Balala, and the late Joseph Nyaga. When we came together to form this movement, we did so not out of ambition, but out of conviction. Conviction that Kenya deserved better, that our people deserve justice, dignity, and equal opportunity. As we moved to the 2007 election under the leadership of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, the ODM was founded. It was founded as a voice of the voiceless, a rallying point for all who desire true democracy, constitutional reform, justice, good governance. It was built on the belief that leadership is not about power, but about service, that progress is not about individuals, but about people working together for the common good. So you see, we believed that Kenya's strength lies in her diversity and that no single citizen should ever feel excluded from the promise of our nation because of where they come from, what they believe, their religion, or who they are. Allow me to share the core principles that we stood for at the time. Number one was democracy and good governance. We believed that sovereignty belonged to the people. We envisioned a Kenya where leadership is accountable, where power is not imposed but entrusted, and where government exists to serve and not to rule. I remember the conviction that drove us that democracy must never again be taken for granted in this country. We fought for free and fair elections, for transparent institutions, and for a culture of leadership guided by integrity and service. That spirit remains alive today. That spirit gave birth to the Orange Democratic Movement that we are celebrating here today. Number two was social justice and equity. ODM has always stood for social justice and equity, a Kenya where every person, regardless of their background, has a fair shot at success. We knew that political freedom without social justice was incomplete. Three, human rights. In the face of persecution, intimidation, and imprisonment, as the leaders then led by my brother, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, we stood tall in defending the human rights and freedoms of all Kenyans. Our unity under the Orange Movement taught us that the fight for freedom is not just about political space, but about the dignity of every person, the right to speak freely, to worship, to assemble, and to live without fear. Three, or is it five, economic justice. ODM was and continues to be an unwavering movement in its pursuit of economic justice, the idea that growth must be inclusive, and prosperity shared. In the interest of time, Your Excellency, if you watch this, I'm going to skip to the last paragraph because I can see the Honorable Junet behind me. Wanachama wa ODM, today as you celebrate this milestone, my heart is emotionally heavy as I remember my brother and friend and compatriot, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. May his soul rest in peace. His absence today is deeply felt, but his presence is forever etched in our hearts and in the history of our beloved nation, Kenya. Baba was not just a leader of ODM, he was the spirit of its struggle, the embodiment of courage, endurance, and unwavering faith in the Kenyan dream. His courage, resilience, and selflessness shaped not just this movement, but the very course of Kenya's political evolution. Let us keep alive his fight for democracy, accountability, and inclusion. Let us make real his vision of a Kenya where no child goes hungry, where justice is not for the privileged few, and where every Kenyan, young or old, has an equal opportunity to thrive. May the next phase of ODM be a testament of renewal, growth, and steadfast commitment to building a Kenya that truly belongs to all her citizens. Thank you, God bless you, God bless ODM, and God bless our beloved country, Kenya. His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, CGH, 4th President of the Republic of Kenya. I thank you.
Thank you very much, SG. We have received the message from the former President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know whether he was a member of Pentagon, but we shall see. The next speaker is, let me call the distinguished chair of our party, the Honorable Gladys Wanga, to say something in 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and founder member of the ODM party, our party leader, Dr. Uhuru'S Oginga, distinguished founder members, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is not a night for long speeches because speeches have been made, and I think the highlights have been done by our founders who have described the journey that ODM has walked to get to 20 years and before then. And the lesson I've learned is that the journey was not an easy journey. It was a tough journey. But for a long time, the members held together. And in this time of transition, I think the biggest lesson I pick is that we must hold together because everyone has a role to play if we are going to move the party to the next 20 years. The other lesson I've seen is it was not devoid of a disagreement. I think people did not necessarily have the same view of matters all the time. But despite that, people sat on a table. I was listening. We went to that place in Ukambani. We went to Naivasha. We argued for 2 days over a single issue. And I think we must embrace that conversation, that hard discussion, so that we come out with a single place where we all belong and we move forward together. Finally, ODM has been foundationed on partnerships. We have partnered in 2007, we went into the election. In 2013, we built partnerships under CODE. In 2017, we built partnerships under NASA. In 2022, we built partnerships under Azimio. And as we move into the future, we must continue to build partnerships with people who are like-minded so that we can move together